Hey everyone, it's Mason with HerbRally. We got an updates video for you today. This was originally going to be a vlog. Maybe you saw our vlog from Wisconsin to Oregon, our herbalist road trip. But we were going to do the same thing from Oregon back to Wisconsin. However, that was a shit show. So we're just going to do an updates video. We've got lots of things to tell you and update you on regarding HerbRally things and whatnot. But basically, I wanted to tell you briefly what our trip was like from Oregon back to Wisconsin, our new home. So first off, we stopped in Olympia and we hung out with Jean Madrone and Croke. They're both herbalists that live in Olympia, and I met them way back in the day at the Dandelion Seed Conference. Actually, that was where I spent my 30th birthday, so that was special. But yeah, so basically what we did was we hung out with them for a few hours and recorded an entire, I want to say it's the McLean Creek plant walk. We recorded a bunch of videos with them for our HerbRally Schoolhouse. And so it's just a really fun virtual plant walk. And HerbRally Schoolhouse members, if you're a member, it's the entire series is in there right now. If you're not a member, you can learn more at herbrally.com/schoolhouse. And you could use coupon code YouTube30 to get your first 30 days for free. So that was a lot of fun to hang out with them. And I hadn't been to Olympia in years and years and years. Basically, we went from Olympia, headed east towards Twisp, Washington, where we got to hang out with Rosalee de la Forêt and her husband, Xavier. I almost said cute French husband, but that's what Rosalee says. Her husband, Xavier, and they were just amazing hosts. We recorded an interview for the Herbalist Hour. That's our new interview series on the HerbRally podcast, as well as the YouTube channel. But that was just a really amazing time hanging out with them in their garden, and they made us some great food, and just a beautiful area. Twisp is, I've always heard about it, but that part of the United States is just absolutely gorgeous. That drive was amazing. We saw lots of Balsam Oryza sagittata, aka balsam root, lovely sunflower plant. But yeah, it was just a fantastic time hanging out with them. And then we left Twisp, and that's when the shit show started. So we were leaving Twisp. Actually, apologies to Michael Skeeter Pilarski. We were supposed to hook up with him, but I'll tell you why in a second. It didn't really work out, but we'll catch you next time, Michael Skeeter. Anyways, so we were leaving Twisp, and I do this because the roads were windy and stuff. And we were driving down the highway, mind you, with a 30-foot RV we're hauling behind us, a travel trailer, and 3 kitties. And then the alternator in our truck went out. Basically, the truck just turns off in the middle of the highway, and I have to like crank the steering wheel to the side. And we're essentially stuck on the highway with a 30-foot RV. And long story short, we made some calls. A guy that runs a tow truck company, he didn't actually tow us, but he jumped us and made sure we got to the next nearest town, which was oh my gosh, I can't remember what that town was called. The name of the city is irrelevant, but long story short, the people there were extremely helpful. In fact, the person that replaced our alternator, it took a couple days for us to get that, but they let us sleep in their parking lot. Like, we were able to park our RV in their parking lot at the mechanics shop, and we just stayed there, and it was really sweet of them to just like host us like that. And they got us on the road in a couple days, and yeah, while we were hanging out in that town, it was fun to you know, Amanda kept busy, and I wandered all over town, and I played some basketball. So that was fun to shoot some hoops and pass the time. And so this trip was supposed to be over the course of 2 weeks, and we have all these other herbalist stops planned. But after that alternator situation happened, Amanda and I just said, F it, and we just booked it home in, I want to say, 3 days. We were exhausted. Like, that was a lot of driving, but I was so glad we did that, because then it just got us home. We were able to regroup, reassess. And I don't think this was the reason why we decided to sell our RV, but just to let you know, we had this idea that we were going to live on the road half the year in an RV, but at the end of all of that, we just decided we don't really want to live that lifestyle. We love our new town of Appleton, Wisconsin. So we have decided to sell our RV, which was an expensive learning mistake. I wouldn't even call it a mistake. I'm thankful for the whole experience, because we look at the RV experience as what got us from Eugene, Oregon to Appleton, Wisconsin. I don't think we would have done it without how it happened. So that doesn't mean we're still not going to travel for HerbRally. In fact, we have a Washington trip planned here soon. We're going to get to go to our good friend, the Free Tea guys, Giuseppe Spadafora, and his fiance, Allie. We're going to go to their wedding in Washington, and while we're there, we're going to record a bunch of interviews and whatnot. So HerbRally's still going to travel. We're just not going to do it via RV anymore, and you know what? I'm okay with that. It's all good. So just wanted to give you an update on what we've been up to as far as, you know, the travels and whatnot go. But so I guess a couple other housekeeping things, if you will, is Amanda just redesigned the HerbRally Schoolhouse member area. So if you're a member, there's a fancy new layout, and I think it looks really great, and it's probably even more easy to navigate. And so good job, Amanda. Good job with that layout. Well done. Amanda's recording this right now. And I guess the other thing I wanted to tell you about the HerbRally Schoolhouse, combining it with the Herbalist Hour. So we host these Herbalist Hour interviews on Zoom. And if you're an HerbRally Schoolhouse member, you're actually able to join us live for these interviews, which has been a lot of fun when members do show up. You could just hang out and watch live or ask questions and interact and whatnot. So if you want to learn more about the HerbRally Schoolhouse, you could go to herbrally.com/schoolhouse. And one more time, use coupon code YouTube30 at checkout to get your first 30 days for free. We've got a lot of awesome Herbalist Hour interviews lined up. Super stoked. Oh yeah, I guess the last thing I'll say is check out Amanda's new t-shirt design for Eat Your Weeds. We really like it. She hand drew it all. We'll leave a link to that. A lot of you probably don't know, we have like a HerbRally store on our website where we sell random shirts and hoodies and whatnot. Anyways, I really like Amanda's new Eat Your Weeds design. And yeah, I think that's gonna do it now. I will see you in the next HerbRally updates video. Actually, I'll see you in the next Herbalist Hour, because I've been releasing those. We've been releasing those, I want to say, 3 times a week or something like that. We just hit episode 51. So join us there in the Herbalist Hour. You can subscribe in your podcast player of choice, or just watch the interviews here on YouTube. So awesome. Thanks, y'all. Bye. See you later. Cool.